Jay-Z released his first album at 26 and only saw substantial success until he was like 30 years old. J-Lo was 28 when she landed her role for Selena, which is considered her financial and artistic breakthrough. Shania Twain only saw major success at age 30 after the Woman in Me album. These are a few of many examples of successful artists who were broke in the beginning of their career. I'm mentioning their age because me personally, I think that's a big thing, especially for the music industry, and being able to diversify, invest, and manage your money as an artist is definitely challenging, especially when an artist's work becomes valuable over time. So people love attention. I came outside to do something cute, but the kids won't stop screaming. There's always some shit going on. I love Chicago. Jesus, look at the size of that dog, y'all. Oh my God. Anyway, the entertainment industry itself is very selective, right? And not everyone is good intended, and there's a lot of money behind the scenes to make an artist reach the top. And it's about good timing, talent, and a lot of luck that not everyone talks about. My name is Bonatto. I am a Brazilian musician living in Chicago, and for my next project, I'm embracing this oceanic aesthetic to talk about how I navigate love and change and ambitions. And it might be asking, but Chicago is not even a beach city. Why are you talking about that stuff when you live there? Well, here's the thing. We don't really choose where to live sometimes. And honestly, that's the beauty of being an artist. This is my reality right now. So these visuals remind me of where I grew up back home while still living the dream of being in a big city. Like this one. Doing these financial updates keep me inspired and motivated to take my financials seriously, since I come from a family who didn't really teach me how to handle money. I didn't have anyone in my circle who taught me things that I find important today. So finding the motivation to learn and take action for my art has been helping me a lot. So we're here to talk about how I managed my personal life bills and expenses, and how did I invest in my music career in the past month. To start off, I'm gonna talk about what I spent the most. $757 with personal expenses. For that one, I gotta say I am not proud of it because most of those bills were not necessary, and I was actually in shock while I was doing the math, because I really thought for personal stuff I spent around like $200, because I buy a coffee here, I don't know, like a hair stuff there, and I didn't really think it was gonna add up so much, because personally I've been very strict, not so much for obvious reasons, but I am really saying no to a lot of things. Like, I haven't been going out like I used to. It's so shocking when you actually do the math and be like, what the actual fuck? You really think you're not like being extra when you actually are. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed at myself, but that's just one of the essential ones. I had extra expenses like transportation or health or food, and they all added up to like around $4,000 at the end of the month. So yeah, this Excel sheet was extremely necessary. It's a template by Google Docs. They literally just, if you go to Google Sheets, you have like templates available. So I just customized their template to my needs. And to be honest, I would see people like, oh, track down your expenses, track down your financials, and I never understood why. The reality is, when you track down your expenses, you're kind of like, everything that I spend, I just like, oh, I need to add that to my sheet. And when I'm about to buy something, I'm like, do I really need this? Because I need to add to the sheet, and it's gonna be embarrassing to add something else because I have this goal, So I have multiple goals right now, and I just started to understand how important it is to have an actual spreadsheet with all of that information. Really necessary, highly recommend. Let's keep going. The essentials: food and home, $786. Now I should watch out for my Uber. I spent $422 because I am debating getting a car because I think it should be cheaper than that. Transportation and stuff like that. When I add up the train tickets and the Uber, I feel like if I got a car, it would be better for me. But I don't know. That's something that I need to work on. And now I call investment anything that is related to my brand and my music. So I did a photo shoot this month for a media kit that I'm preparing. It's on the channel. You can check it out. I'm also taking my health very seriously. So I had a consultation with a nutrition, with a personal trainer, and that added up to like $60. And then my tutoring for my music production, because I'm trying to do that myself, and that cost me $80. The main point of my financial updates here on the channel is to document my debt-free journey to invest in music fully. I'm currently getting rid of about $6,000 in credit card debt, and in October I was able to pay $1,200. Could be more because I had many expenses that were not necessary at all, but I still feel like I accomplished a good number. Here we go, the perks of filming outside one more time. Anyway, I am doing these updates to hold me accountable. Look at this beautiful tree.
And I could slip away like a bottle of wine, 'cause you were never mine.
I can sing, okay? Don't play with me. Sorry, I keep running away from the subject because I have terrible ADHD. I did take an Adderall to do this. It's not really working, but I'm doing these updates to hold myself accountable. That's why it's on YouTube. That's why it's so public, because I don't feel like I made substantial progress in my life. And when I look back at old habits, I regret not starting this earlier, because it's good to live in the moment. But at some point when we look back, like, you're like, what am I doing? And this is how I was feeling. A few months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for the next year to actually make a change. I will do this now, start the next year already with healthy habits. And now that I had this cohesive vision for my music, I realized I don't have the resources to actually execute all of my ideas. Even though, like I showed you, I did the photo shoot with the main concept of the project. I thrifted some stuff to make the merch. I built a website, did a rebranding on my Instagram to welcome the music. And I'm doing most of this alone, but I don't want it to look super amateur. I feel like my pride makes me want to prove myself having low resources. It's not like it's overwhelming. I still find the pleasure of working hard and trying the best I can to reach industry standards. But anyway, trying to do a full body. Yeah. Look at the material. Avocado, almond milk, oats, dynamized protein shake, a banana, creatine, and peanut butter. This is my shake. Every time you see this on my channel, that's what's in here. Let's keep it moving. Go on my Instagram to have a little peek of the music that's coming, and come back here to the channel to see what I did with the merch and to purchase the merch. This was my October financial update. I'll see you soon. Bye.